How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. So I'm going to review the Fostex HP-V1, and this is a portable tube amplifier. Now I'm just going to go ahead and quickly remove these two parts which are part of my rig, and this is something that I call my hi-fi setup, and I've got these stuck on with velcro. So as you can see, there is going to be some velcro over here, and also sorry for the bad lighting, it's not like I have a studio. So this is the Fostex HP-V1, and this is a portable vacuum tube amplifier, and this thing is balls. Like, I am not even joking. Now normally when I do reviews, the sound quality comes at the end of the reviews, but in this case, let's go ahead and start with sound quality. Okay, so we're gonna have to start off from a starting point, since sound quality is a little hard to explain. And in this case, I'm thinking your setup that you listen to music with. So imagine that you've got your favorite headphones on, you've got them hooked into your best system that you have, and you're listening to music. Now get the sound quality that you get from your headphones into your head. Now what the HP-V1 is going to do is simply soften things up a little bit, and it's going to make the soundstage a lot more wider. And that's pretty normal, because and this is pretty much expected, because if you read the specs on this, one of the tubes inside this is made for the soundstage, and the other one is for the secondary soundstage, I think. So essentially this thing has soundstage pretty much knocked out on its way, so it's gonna get you the best soundstage. But that's not the part that I wanna like get off my chest. You see, with this, and I don't think any solid state amp can do this, and I think it's the tubes. And my god, this quality that comes from this and the way it represents music is mind-blowing. Essentially what happens is, all the soundstage is not empty like what you get with the Mojo or something. It's not harsh, and it's just kind of like soft. This fills the music with the presence of the music. It fills the soundstage with the presence of the music. I have never heard music like this before. It is so amazing, and it's so pleasing to listen to. Now the thing is, I've been ruined a little bit. The Mojo has a lot less fatigue, you know, because the FPGA that gets rid of that and all kind of helps. But moving back to this, there is a little bit more fatigue, and that's not nice. But honestly, I really don't mind. The sound quality just stomps the Mojo, but that's because I'm using the Mojo in as a line into this, so that's why the sound quality sounds really good from this. Sound quality wise, it is worth beyond £1,000. Like, trust me, the sound quality from this is so amazing, and I think if you pair it with anything, it will just sound better. It's like, you know, okay, when people describe soundstage, you know, they use an example like, imagine you're sitting in a room or sitting in a hall, just to kind of give you an idea of how wide it is. Well, in this case, you're not just sitting in a room, you're in the room, or more like you're in the hall, so you can see you can hear all the echo, and everything is like the music is right in front of you. Imagine you're just in a concert, or more like in a club listening to music. I mean, they're playing live. It's a bit like that. It is amazing. I don't know how to I forgot what the word is of a room. Oh, forget it, I can't guess with it. But trust me, now I can't stress this enough. The sound quality is from this is just so amazing. It's like another Mojo on top of a Mojo. How much better can it get? I don't know. I'll have to find out with getting other stuff. So sorry for the Velcro. I just, you know, my hi-fi setup is this tiny, you know. Let's take a look around the device. Now in terms of build quality, it's made out of aluminium chassis, it says. I'm just gonna go ahead and turn the light on. As you can see, it's built with aluminium, and it's 3-piece, and it is a bit of a big thing. It's not the smallest. I mean, you can just fit inside my hand. I'll just zoom out a bit. So as you can see, it kind of just is in my hand, and it's like, imagine a 7 or a 6 inch phone, just put 3 on top, and it's just going to be as thick as this. if that is thick enough or something. But it's, to be honest with you, it's a tube amp, okay? And size wise, I think this is more of like a desktop amplifier, and it does have a DC in at the back. So as a desktop amplifier, this is balls. But it also has a battery inside it, so you can just take it in your bag or something. It's not gonna fit in your pocket. It might, but to be honest, so you're gonna be stuck in it with the phone or something, and there's gonna be a line in going in. There is one at the front as well. But let's go ahead and talk about let's just finish off sound build quality first. Actually, this thing is like a tank. It's a lot like the Mojo. It's got a little bit of weight to it, and unfortunately, I mean, the funny thing is, it doesn't get hot. Like, there is the tube amp. I mean, there are tubes in there, but it doesn't get hot. It's more like these vents, they just dissipate heat on the side, and if you put your hands next to it, it's like a radiator or something. It's pretty cool. So let's go ahead and show you guys around it. So as you can see on the top, it has the logo. If I can focus on that, that is HP-V1. It's a little cheeky trick that they did with this, because at the front it also has the logo thing. If you can see over here, HP-V1, right? And then if you look at the back, it says over here portable headphone amp, but it doesn't say tube in there. They just have to put the tube over here. That's a kind of not nice. People are gonna read this and they're gonna think, oh, it's just another amplifier, yeah, whatever. But it's actually a tube amplifier. So let's take a look at the back first. So we've got line in at the back. We got an indicator that tells you when it's charging or not. It lights up red. It flashes red when there's a battery problem or something stupid. And it has a DC in, which is 15 volts for unlimited power. So if the battery gets worn out after, I don't know, a couple of years, you can use a DC in, or you can just open it and probably replace the battery, but whatever. Now at the front, it also has a line in, but that kind of looks like a penis or something. I don't know. This one, it says there's a line in on the front. They had one of the worst looking headphone jack icons over there, but whatever. And then there's your headphone out. There are some heat vents in the front. There's a high low gain switch. There's also heat vents at the side and also at the bottom, and you can see the tubes through this, and at the back, which you can't see the tubes through. It doesn't get as hot as the Mojo, that's the thing. Now let me talk about another thing. This is completely mechanical, so I don't know if you're going to be able to hear this, but kind of try and listen if you can, you know what I'm saying? Oh, okay, you can't hear that, but it's quiet. And then this, obviously, it's also mechanical, and the light comes on. Oh, yeah. The indicator over here basically means if it's ready to use or not. So when you turn it on, if the tubes are not hot enough, it's going to be red. And when it goes green, that means they're hot enough and they're good to use. So you have to wait about 30 seconds or something before you can start using it. But I don't mind, because the sound quality, it's amazing. I want to give you guys kind of like a close-up, but I can't because I don't have a good camera. Now, just take a look at this. Look at that build quality. It is nice. I have zoomed in, so it's going to be a little blurry and all, but it does kind of look nice. I just wanted to show you it. The build quality is just really, really nice. It's got a nice finish to it, and it feels like a tank. Well, actually, there's a little bit of weight to it or something. I mean, inside there's kind of like space. You can feel it, unlike the Mojo, which is so solid. But anyways, let's talk about the operation. So there is no operation. I guess all you want to see is the tubes. So let's go ahead and turn it on, and then wait for it to go green, and you can hear a click whenever it actually turns on. So inside this, I believe there are mechanical things going on, and there they are, the tubes. Let me turn the light off. Oh, can you see them? Right there. It looks good, right? And there we go. It did make a click. Basically what happens is, I think there's a switch inside, clicks to the power on out of this, so when it warms up, it can switch to the power on this. And then there's the tubes. I don't know, I can't really show you them because I'll go ahead and zoom in. So I'll try to show you them, because I'm pretty sure that's all you want to see. Nope, that's not a good view. There we go. There's some tubes in there, but you can't see them. The thing is, okay, there's one tube that's over here like this, and there's another one like this. That's all there is. There's just those two tubes over there. and that's probably the magic of this. But I think I like it. It's really nice. Okay, so there's one line in on the front. I'm just going to turn it off because I don't want to waste the battery on this. So the front one is a line in, and there's another one in at the back. So what happens is, if you put both line ins, if you're using two of them, only the front one is going to play, because the front one has priority over the other one. So it's only going to play one of them. I mean, I don't know, why would you want to play two at the same time? That's a high and low gain switch, like I said. And the thing with the volume knob is that the ratio to volume is, or something like that, is not perfect. And I know that's because it's physical audio. It's using the vacuum tubes. I mean, it's using the tubes to magnify the audio and all. But what happens is, up till 10 o'clock, it gets loud, kind of, you know, what you expect. But from 10 to 2 o'clock, it's like, it slows down at getting louder. And then from 2 to 5 o'clock, which is down here somewhere, 6 o'clock maybe, it's more like, whoa, I want to blow your headphones out. It gets really loud. So loud, slows down at getting louder, and then also back again, loud. So that's what it kind of does. It's not equal, but it works. Now let me talk about the bad things. There's no rubber feet at the bottom. No rubber feet. So if you put it on a table or something, you can push it around. Now with the Mojo or something, you don't have that, but I'll put Velcro on, so they don't come into play anymore. Now also, there was one thing this volume knob is actually easy to just turn. Like, if you were to rub it against a table like this, it would actually turn the volume. And if it's going to be in your pocket or something, make sure there's nothing around it, because it's actually going to move the volume. And the way I use it with the Mojo is line audio over here, so that's probably going to blow up my headphones. When I was recording the unboxing, I almost did blow them up, but I quickly just unplugged them. So that was quick. I just cut that part out just in case you were wondering. Because I don't know, I don't think it was appropriate. But it gets really loud, so I lower the volume when I'm in line mode, and then so I can actually use the volume knob. Otherwise, it's going to be more like tiny volume, low volume, and then all of a sudden it's just loud AF. Also, when you're using really low volume, it actually has a balance. The balance actually just falls off. So from that 10 o'clock till about 9 o'clock is okay, but then as you go below that, it just kind of rolls off to the side, and then you can turn it off. So in really low volumes, the balance is not great, but that's fine, because again, it is a physical thing. And yes, that does mean you can't use IEMs or earbuds or something that's really a bit too easy to drive, because it's gonna have a little bit of a hiss because of the tubes. But the thing is, when you're playing music, there is no hiss. I don't know, but when the music is stopped, there's a tiny bit of hiss, ever so quiet, that is kind of pleasing. It kind of gives you an essence of like as if you're in a room, and then the music comes in, all of that goes away, and then the music is overtaken. So that's kind of cool. There was another bad thing that I wanted to talk about. Okay, I don't have a smartphone or something that's a widescreen that would fit in here, but I'd say a 4.5 inch smartphone would fit perfectly in here. Like, this I love about this. I don't know, a smartphone would fit in here perfectly, and then you can use your tiny 3.5mm jumper, and then you can just hook it up to your smartphone, and then you can probably put it in your pocket as well, because it's going to be, slim. Now the phone I have is either too big or it's a bit too wide, so I can't do anything about that. So yeah, I love it. It's just the sound quality is mind-blowing. Also, the high and low gain switch, they actually have a difference in how the sound actually sounds. Now on low gain, there's not a lot of kick in the bass. It's not like it's low in bass. It's more like there's no oomph to it, but there is nice bass. I love it. I still love it. On high gain, there's oomph to everything, so it's more like really sharp and harsh. Well, I like using on low gain because it's nice and soft, it's pleasing. is what tube amps should be like. Now let's talk about the frequencies. The highs on this, they are so saturated and so amazing. You'll never get better highs than what you get on this thing. And here's one thing I want to talk about, and I'll just get to it in a bit. The bass is also amazing. Now it's deep bass and it's filled in. It's really subtle. It's really natural and something like that. But it's not a bit too warm like for bass heads. It's not gonna like crush your head. It's just ever so slightly warm, and that is pleasing. It's exactly what I was looking for. Something like that. But the thing is, when the bass, I kind of can't feel it, because essentially what it does is duplicates the low end frequency and it drops one set down a bit, so you can hear the deep bass. So if you're gonna use open back headphones, it will add the bass to it, but not too much. So that's good. And on closed back, it's pretty much gonna just have a little kick on them. A really soft, a really nice kick. It's really nice, trust me. There's nothing bad about the bass. And the mids are just fine as well. They're really, really good. Now let's get back onto the thing that I was gonna talk about, and that's CD quality. Now I've always thought CD was shit, and it is shit. People just don't take that because they believe in science. But the thing is, nobody ever realizes, and nobody even wants to say that science is actually not right for the first time. And in my opinion, they may be right, but I don't believe them. You see, I don't believe that ears can hear up to 22 kilohertz. It may be scientifically proven, but in my world, it's not. That is a complete bullshit, and that's why CD exists. Now, who on earth came up with the idea to make CDs? It was such a daft idea, because yeah, I know it's exactly what you'd expect, because it meets the limitation, the minimum requirements to hearing good audio. But why stop and go below? I mean, downgrade from a record just so you can fit it on a digital format. Now I'll stop there, because SACDs, they are amazing. I prefer SACDs above anything. But the thing is, they didn't kick off a lot. There's not a lot of SACDs out there. If I can find DSD, that's fine by me. Ever since I've got into this audiophile thing, I've been looking for some vinyl rips, because I know to my ears CDs sound shit. Now if you play CDs on this, they'll sound decent, right? For the first time, I'll say that they'll sound okay. But what you're gonna realize and what you're gonna find is the highs, they bleed out like tons. Okay, like tons. I'm not even joking. The highs on this are from a CD or anything lower, it's just gonna bleed out a little bit, or more like a lot. To my ears, it's a lot. And when you get to your record or vinyl rips, they're amazing. Like it sounds just like a record. That's how good it is. Solid state is the old tech. This is the new tech, if you ask me. And the thing is, this was old. This is older than that, and this sounds better. So everything that's older is better, if you know what I mean. Everything is older is better. Record are better than CDs. Don't just BS me on this. Don't just say, oh, because the bass is mono, it's more like warm and everything. No, I'm on about the sample rate, okay? 44.1 kilohertz is just BS. It's nonsense. 48 kilohertz is kind of okay for me, but I at least prefer 96 kilohertz or above. Now the thing is, since CDs are so popular, I can't find my music in better formats out there. And there's also just the loudness, where it just brickholes everything and eats your ears. Now, this thing actually gets rid of the loudness, or kind of, because the audio goes through a physical thing, that's the tube, and it kind of amplifies in such a way that there's no such thing as loudness, or it's basically analog. It's pure analog. So if you get a digital thing put into analog, it's obviously gonna sound better. Just like a record, there is no loudness, because that's that's analog. So there's no such thing as loudness, like there's no limit to it. This is the same as that. So it kind of gets rid of it, but the thing is, it's still there. It still has an effect on the music. So producers and stuff, developers, get your head straight. Like, honestly, who cares if people like loud audio? Okay, that is not the whole point. Like, why do you even do that? What is this humanity race? Who on earth thinks CD quality is the best just because our ears can, it's scientifically proven that our ears can hear up to 22 kilohertz or something? That is nonsense. It's nonsense. Don't just say just because you can do that, you might as well just stick with the limitations, or I don't know. That is stupid. Go beyond whatever you can find. Go beyond DSD, beyond DXD, and just see what's better. And if it actually sounds better, then surely there is a difference between the limitation on the ear hearing frequency and nonsense, or what's beyond that. Like, seriously. The CDs have just ruined the music industry, and then comes pop. Oh, okay, I'll actually talk about. Let's just enough with the nonsense. Let's talk about how music sounds. Metal sounds really good. Rock sounds really good. The distortion on here is awesome. Now pop is amazing. It sounds amazing. I don't listen to a lot of it, but well, I guess in other words, normal music, I would say, sounds really good. That has the most effect on it, because artists, when it's normal music, they take soundstage, they take everything into consideration, whereas in metal, soundstage and all that doesn't really matter all that much. Everything is like mono in the middle, or maybe a drum roll goes across the side and all, but that's about it. There's like a little hum and everything in metal music that goes all around the flipping stage. It is amazing. On this, obviously, jazz I haven't heard a lot, but I admit that it sounds really good. Now I wanted to actually give you a line audio from this versus a laptop or something, but I can't because of YouTube and copyright. So I'm kind of sorry, but whatever, things are the way they are. And this is actually a little soft. I would prefer a rubber surface over here. It would have been much nicer. But if you have any questions, I think it's been a long enough video, me rambling on and on nonsense. I'm sorry, made in Japan, obviously. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about this thing, let me know. And this is my kind of like hi-fi setup thing. It'll go there, nice. And then this jumps into here. Now everything on this thing, this Fostex, is mechanical. So if you were to put a headphone in there, it's not gonna click in. It's just gonna get kind of like, it's spring loaded. I think that's what you call it. It gets stuck in there. But it's so soft, and whenever you pull it out, it's like you're pulling the headphone out of something that's a really massive hi-fi rig and something that's just really cool. Anyways, this is my rig. It's kind of small. It looks a bit like the Dark Voice, doesn't it? Like, here's the tube. There should be a fake tube over here. Get rid of the cable, move this over there. But that's how it connects. I use the back one. And oh, there's actually one thing I missed out. There's no body indicator on this. Something retarded companies miss out. Just kidding. Fostex. I didn't mean anything. There's no body indicator. Now, there is the thing back here, this light, but that's at the back. How am I gonna recognize this if it's at the back when I'm playing on the front? And luckily, since I'm using the Mojo, the Fostex HP-V1 and the Mojo battery life is both about 10 hours. So whenever the Mojo is gonna get low, I'll start charging this as well as that with it. So that's cool. It takes about 3.5 hours to charge. It more like 4 or 5 for me. I think it's because it's the first charge, but that's okay. The Mojo takes years to charge, so I'll just leave it on overnight or something. It does have battery protection, so that's fine. If you overcharge or something, it's not going to be a problem. It's just gonna cut the circuit off. So in a way, it's just foolproof. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. I will see you again in another video.